You are in execution phase and a risk has been identified. What you should do next? This was a question I was in discussion today with one of my facilitators. Many people consider we should assess the risk first and then we should document it. It's a very important point to understand here. 90% of the time, whenever a issue happens, a risk is identified, a change is requested, we document them. As a project manager, you should always document the thing, because what is the reason behind it. So let's say after 1 year, the sponsor asks where your time is being spent. If you have documented that thing, you can show it, you can prove, hey, I have been working this thing. The manpowers are calculated. So if any risk is identified, I don't immediately assess it. I need to document it, risk, issue, change request, then assess it. Now, there are some questions in which we have to assess a risk, especially a issue has occurred. What should you do? It is immediately needed. So maybe we need to look into that. A change, our team member identify that something can improve our project. He has implemented the change. No, now I need to assess it, see how I can do that. So you need to use this as a rule that documentation is always the number one priority, but there are 5 to 10% chances where we need to evaluate further how the things can be done. So a very tricky question whenever this comes in the exam. Be very careful about it. But if you have to choose, always choose documenting. I hope that makes sense. If there's any question, put in the chat box. I will be more than happy to answer that.